Hello guys, Crispy here and welcome back to another video. Today my friends, I'm going to be testing the RX 5700 XT in Microsoft Flight Simulator, of course. I'm running the latest drivers from AMD, Adrenalin 2020 20.8.2. This one is the PowerColor version of the card. It has two fans on it. It's not a reference card, it's not the Red Dragon. It sits in the middle of those and it has no model name for some reason. And I am running it with a Ryzen 7 3700X and 16 gigs of RAM, CL14 3200 MHz dual channel, of course. Alright guys, so we are in the settings menu right now. I'm going to be playing this one at 1080p, 1440p, as well as 2160p, which is 4K resolution, of course. And I think I'm going to do like high and ultra settings at the 1080p resolution, and I'm going to do like medium and ultra settings at 1440p and 4K resolution. So let's start off by testing high at 1080p, and I think we're going to be like slightly CPU bound in some areas here with these settings. Let's go over to Alexandria in Egypt, because a viewer asked me to do it in the 5700 XT video actually, so here we go. We are here, my friends. I'm just gonna increase our throttle speed right now and we are good. Okay, let's see like the main attraction here, which is a stadium, I guess. At least it's the only one that shows up in the map. And I'm gonna start counting our FPS. Go up, go up, go up. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. That's the stadium right there, friends. Very, very beautiful. This is way too loud right now for me. As you can see, we are actually not slightly CPU bound with the 5700 XT and 3700X at the high settings at 1080p resolution. We are immensely CPU bound. Yes, the GPU usage is sitting at around like 60 to 70% usage most of the time. The game stutters a little bit, or quite a bit actually. So yeah, that's just normal here in this game, my friends. You just gotta get used to it, and it won't stutter, I think, if you have like 32 gigabytes of RAM, but that's just insane. So yeah, that's like a big city over there. So we're gonna fly close to the houses and the buildings there, because that's really demanding in this game. And yeah, right now it's not really as stuttery over here, so yeah, you can see by the frame time graph there aren't really many big spikes there, so that's okay. And as this game is just like a chill game, you know, it's absolutely playable even with a couple of stutters here and there. 1% lows are absolutely horrible right now, but well, you just gotta get used to it sometimes in games like these. Maybe if you... Oh my god, okay, we're fine, we're absolutely fine. Yeah, it will vary a lot between cities and stuff like that. That's why I'm visiting a lot of them, you know. If you want to see it in other cities, you can visit other benchmark channels, of course, and see it. But yeah, I can't possibly go over the entire world to show you, my friends. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, anyways, that's it for the high settings. So I'm visiting whatever countries and cities you guys request me in the comments. Okay, Ultra at 1080p is now applied. As you can see, these are the ultra settings. Let's get to another city. Let me just check. Okay guys, we're gonna visit Tunisia right now, which is right here. For those of you that don't know, I didn't, I had to look it up, but yep, let's go. Let's just start counting our FPS. It seems like it's still kind of the same, because we are still CPU bound over here with this GPU and CPU combo. So I think if you have an Intel CPU like a 9600K or 9700K or 9900K or 10600K, etc., I guess you're gonna get higher FPS than these, because you're not really gonna bottleneck the 5700 XT that much at 1080p. Yeah, as you can see, it stutters quite a bit still, and we are right into the 30s, 30 to 40 FPS right here. In New York, it will probably again drop from 30 FPS by quite a bit, so if you want to visit that city, but that's like an outlier. If you watch Hardware Unboxed video on this game, they actually tested a lot of cities, and New York was just the outlier. It was right the most demanding city in this entire map. I could actually play it there, and I will visit it eventually if you guys want me to, but you know, you got an entire world to explore. Why would you go to New York and benchmark only New York? You know, yeah, this is quite a sizable city right here, actually, in Tunisia. This actually looks pretty great, guys. I like the colors here, like the greenery and of course, the water. This looks amazing right here, my friends. Holy crap. So, Tunisia is definitely a very beautiful place. That was a massive stutter, by the way. This is kind of a very, very demanding game, obviously. What the hell? There's like a truck in the side of the building. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. It's just, yeah, it's gonna run fine. It's not the absolute smoothest experience. There's a ton of stutters again. So I guess that's it for 1080p ultra settings. Let's see if things become a little bit smoother at the 1440p resolution as we become more GPU bound. Again, this wasn't really GPU bound at all at this resolution. Alright guys, we're now at 1440p medium settings across the board, as you can see. Let's go visit Bulgaria right now. That's the next request. Okay, here we go, my friends. We are now in Bulgaria. Let's start counting our FPS. Everything seems to be quite smooth as of now, but of course, that's not going to be for too long. It might start stuttering in a little bit, I guess. Okay, so this is a much smoother experience. There is the odd stutter here and there. Maybe it's because we are in the middle of nowhere right now, like there aren't really buildings around us. So we're gonna visit that city over there, and over there, I think that's the big one right there. Okay, we're approaching this area right here. Very pointy houses over here, my friends. Every single house is very, very pointy, which it's cool. It's interesting. You know, in Egypt, everything was very, very square. Right now in Bulgaria, it's quite the opposite. Everything is very triangle-ish or pointy. So yeah, that's interesting. And it's starting to stutter quite a bit, of course, as I told you. Near the houses is where you should expect the least FPS and the more stutters. So that sucks, obviously. Look at this area right here. Is this supposed to be like a field or a football field? I don't know, probably is. It's probably not like that in real life, by the way. Football stadiums sometimes render differently in this game because everything is basically procedurally generated. It's like streaming everything from the cloud, and if my internet isn't really fast enough, it will stream some things wrongly. And as we are actually going very, very fast, that might be some issue right here. I don't know. So far, so good. Like, it's stuttering quite a bit, obviously, but not as much as 1080p, so our 1% lows are not in the teens right now. They're in the 20s. Maybe they'll drop. I don't know. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is quite awful, guys. Maybe it's the drivers, you know, because many 5700 XT owners actually say that the drivers cause some stutters, you know, so that's a very common issue with 5700 XTs, and I don't think in the RX 570, for example, our 1% lows were this low. It could also be because we are CPU bound, so we're still not reaching 99% usage. This is very beautiful, my friends. Holy crap, look at this. Really like the greenery here in Bulgaria. I didn't know it was like this, so very, very beautiful country. It's probably gonna be our thumbnail as well. I like these colors right here, my friends. Holy, this is amazing. These are very beautiful graphics for medium settings. I would have no problems playing like this. I totally forgot, to be honest, that we were playing on medium for a second there, so oh wow. And there it is, Bulgaria from the top. So I guess this is it for medium settings at 1440p. I'm gonna stop it right there. This is, oh wow, it's just, that river looks amazing. I can't, oh gosh, okay, I'm gonna shut up with that. Let's do ultra. Okay, 2560 by 1440, ultra settings across the board, as you can see. Let's go to India right now. It's the next place, so I guess we're gonna visit the Taj Mahal. That's very interesting. Okay, we're in India, my friends. Look at that river, by the way. It looks awesome. I really love rivers in this game. I don't know why. There's the Taj Mahal. Okay, we're gonna go down right now. Let's start counting our FPS on ultra settings, guys. We're still not completely GPU bound, but of course it's in the 90s, so that's what you want. It's not in the 90s anymore anyway, so oh gosh, this looks absolutely incredible. The reflections in the water, the lens flares here. Oh yes, yes, yes. I love this game's graphics. I don't love this game's performance, but you know, you can't expect much from the entire world in a video game, my friends, okay? Look at the Taj Mahal. Oh boy, no, no, no. Okay, well guys, we need to just do this all over again because I can't take off. Okay, we're back here again. Let's start counting it. And I think I'm not gonna fly too close to the ground right now, you know? Yeah, we've already seen Taj Mahal there. It's very, very beautiful, as you can see. Let's fly close to the buildings, increase throttle speed a little bit because it's going quite slowly right now. And 1% lows are really awful right now, so okay, yeah, that's bad. Alright, so yeah, this isn't too bad, like 30 something FPS. I would say that 30 plus FPS is what you should aim for in a game like this. Of course, not counting with the stutters, but it's not really stuttering that much right now, and it's actually performing quite decently. At least for ultra settings at 1440p, okay? So in a game like this, that's not bad at all. The 5700 XT is doing a fine job. It's still slightly bottlenecked. We're not getting like 99% usage on the GPU, but it's in the 90s, so that's what you want, obviously. And I guess because of that, it's slightly more stable. It still stutters, but maybe not. Maybe it's still like absolutely awful. I don't know, guys. I'm quite disappointed, but maybe it's also the CPU. Right now we're at 75% GPU usage, so the CPU is actually the bottleneck right now. Maybe it's the RAM. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's probably the main issue here at ultra settings at 1440p. RAM is probably maxed out. If I had 32 gigabytes, would be over 16. Alright, let's crash this. Oh, yes. Oh, beautiful. I love this. Yeah, okay. Alright, so playable performance at 1440p, even with the ultra settings, of course. Let's get to 4K. Alright guys, we are now at 4K medium settings, and just so you know, this game crashes a lot at 4K for me, at least. I don't know why. And every time it crashes, I gotta record this all over again because I'm recording with Relive, and basically the video gets corrupted for some reason, and I just gotta make things quick here in this game at 4K. Okay guys, I'm so sorry, but it has to be like this, like 2 minutes. Anyways, Saudi Arabia was the next location requested from a viewer, and this is Medina right here, this city, I think, and it has a very beautiful monument right there. As you can see, this looks really great, guys. I had no idea that this was here. It's just very interesting to find all of these beautiful places around the world from your requests, guys. So thank you very much for showing me. I know a lot about GPUs and PC stuff, but I don't know a lot about the world and the countries and the cities. So I had no idea that this was there. It's always a very big and interesting surprise to me just to see these cities all around the world. Very different from each other as well. It's beautiful, my friends. This game is amazing. You know, this game's amazing. And will you look at the FPS that we're getting? It's actually very smooth right now. It doesn't stutter as much. Well, we just got a stutter there, but it doesn't stutter as much as 1440p and 1080p, probably because we are GPU bound right now. 99% GPU usage at 4K medium settings. The game still looks amazing. If you want to hook up your PC into your TV, you could do so perfectly fine. It's gonna be a really nice experience at 4K with this GPU. For it to get 30 plus FPS all of the time, with a few stutters, of course, like right now, it's great. Okay, it's a great experience here, especially with a controller. It's gonna look great even on medium settings, so I definitely recommend this experience. Of course, in areas like New York and other huge cities, it's probably not gonna be playable, but, well, it's not even playable with the 2080 Ti, so that's okay, you know. The 2080 Ti gets like 17 FPS in New York or something like that. 17. Yeah, not 70. Anyways, guys, that's it for Saudi Arabia right here in 4K medium settings. It runs really well. Alright, the ultra settings preset at 4K is now applied, as you can probably tell, obviously. Let's just go to Melbourne, Australia, which should be very interesting, to be honest. Let's see. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm gonna start counting our FPS right here. This is a huge city, as you can see. It looks amazing. Like, I really like the colors and the rivers and the greenery here. Oh boy, So I really love this river in the middle of the city, guys. This is absolutely awesome, like in Bulgaria. You can already see that we are well below 20 FPS, so the experience is not really that playable anymore. RAM utilization is basically at 16 gigabytes, so it's maxed out. It would use a lot more RAM than this if I had it available, of course. And maybe that's why it crashes so much on ultra settings sometimes here at 4K. Absolutely stunning, okay? Oh my gosh, this is another contender for the thumbnail. I'm not really sure if I'll use this one or the Bulgaria one. Absolutely beautiful game here on ultra settings and 4K resolution. If you don't mind 20 something FPS, it should be okay, especially if you have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Flying over the buildings very close to them, you can expect around 20 still, which is not too bad. Lots of greenery here. I wasn't really expecting this in a big city, so really like Melbourne as well. Thank you very much for the suggestion. I guess this is it. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm gonna stop recording this before it crashes, hopefully. I'll see you in the next one, testing another GPU here in the flight simulator, or maybe in Horizon Zero Dawn, because I still have a lot of GPUs to test in that game. See you in the next one. Love you all. Bye-bye.